Welcome back to Unfinished Business, where we talk about all things life, love, and liberty. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do so now. If you have, thank you for becoming a royalty. It means a lot. Today's topic, a situation that just occurred. It's regarding crushes. Do you all have a crush? Because my crush just crushed me. I mean, literally just took my heart out of my chest and stomped on it. So, I want to know, who is your celebrity crush? Do you have a celebrity crush? Do you have a crush in general, whether they are a celebrity or not? Whether it's a man or a woman. I want to know, who are you crushing on? Your story matters to me because my story matters to me. And I am about to convey a story to you all that may sound far fetched, that may sound impossible, that may sound absurd, because it sounds absurd to me. It sounds crazy to me. However, I believe it. I believe it because I was told it. Not so much told from the universe, but I believe it in my heart. And then I have also heard prophecies regarding this situation. So here's a synopsis of how I have been crushed by my celebrity crush. Back in 2003, I became a football fan. Peyton Manning is my number one all-time leading quarterback. Then there's Aaron Rodgers. When Peyton Manning was traded from the Colts to the Broncos, I traded from the Colts to the Broncos. Peyton Manning won the Super Bowl in 2016. So now I'm online about to order me a cheesehead to root for Green Bay when the Dallas Cowboys selected Ryan Dakota Prescott in the 4th round as the 132 pick. Now I'm straddling the fence because I want to root for my fave, which is Aaron Rodgers, but I also want to root for Ryan Dakota Prescott since I am living in Dallas. So I decided to root for Ryan Dakota Prescott. During his rookie season, he went like 7-1. Then he went 13-3. I was impressed. A rookie, his craft is good, his eye coordination was awesome. He showed up and he showed out. Now I'm intrigued by who he is and I want to know more about him. In the midst of me learning him, I learned that we had so many things in common. It was like mind-blowing. My 2 favorite quarterbacks were also his 2 favorite quarterbacks. Then there were other things that we also had in common. I'm like, okay, I'm intrigued. I'm highly intrigued. He has piqued my interest. His brain was not an ordinary brain of a young man his age. When he made it into the league, he was what, 20 something, 22? He was like 22, 21, something like that. During interviews, I would listen to the things that he would say. During press conferences, I would listen to the things that he would say. And the things that he would say, it was beyond his years. His maturity level was beyond his years. Okay, check little buddy out. Little buddy is what's happening. Like, he have value, he have substance. Like, he's going to be a dynamic young man when he gets older and more mature and he grows into himself. That was my thought process with him. So now 2017, he's playing subpar. And every half, I would go and pray. And again, y'all, this may sound far-fetched and it may sound unbelievable to some. However, I have a friend who can vouch for this. I will go and pray every second half. After I prayed, the whole dynamics of the game changed. He dominated. I can remember Randall Cobb saying in one of the interviews that it just felt like something came out of heaven and just changed the whole dynamic of the game. And I started to laugh. Again, this may sound far-fetched and it may sound unbelievable. Rolling over into 2018 is when I fell in love with a stranger. Again, it was just him, his whole demeanor. His brain matched my brain. Everything he thought, I thought. So I'm like, okay. Although the universe didn't tell me he was my husband, I told myself he was my husband and I believed it. I still believe it to this day, which is why I am so crushed because of what happened today, October 18th, 2024. Now, 2018, he's playing, he's doing him. I decided to send him a letter because, again, I done fell in love with this man. I'm a little older than he is. I'm more experienced than he is. However, I decided to introduce myself. So I sent him a letter and I sent him his favorite thing, which is black olives. I sent him Goya black olives at that. Do y'all know the goodness of Goya? That brand, honey, that Mexican brand is the bomb, okay? So I just know if he ate them, that those olives were good. I also sent him one of my favorite things, which is some cologne called OP Juice. One day, I am sitting at home on the couch watching a movie, and the wind say whoosh, and just breezed across my nose really quickly, and I smelled the cologne. It was so supernatural. And in that moment, I realized that he received the gift. Now, during one of his interviews, he actually said something in the letter that made me chuckle because he said it in a negative when I was saying it in a positive. Like, it was like something that he couldn't believe. Like, who is she to tell me something like this? So he made a joke about it. The most important thing about our human existence is the uplifting of others, the supportive nature of who we should be. And that was the statement he made during his interview, but it was in a condescending way. 2019, he's playing subpar again. His stats are always some of the highest stats in the league. He always have some of the greatest stats every season, where he even surpassed some that have come before him. That's how good his stats are. I decided to send him another letter, letting him know, like, Mr. Rain Dakota Prescott, listen, sir, this is not me saying the things that I'm saying to you. And then how many other women are saying these things to you and sending you these nice gifts, sir? I sent him a copy of my book called Freedom from Isolation, which is out now on Amazon.com and all book platforms. It is an awesome read. It is based on true events, romance, comedy. It is just a way to understand what resilience truly is and how to look at mental health in a positive versus in the darkness that it is designed for us to stay stuck in. lucky. So I sent him a copy of the book because I wanted him to see my accomplishment, my progression. I am so proud of myself with this book because I structured it, I edited it, me and the spirit did it, and it is an awesome read. And I think everyone is going to enjoy this book because it's funny, it's enlightening, and it's engaging. So I wanted to send him this book to show him the progress that I'm making, and it was nothing. Even with the first gift I sent them, nothing. No thank you, no nothing, except the condescending statements he made during interviews, which he did it again with that one, right? So now 2020 rolls around. I'm kind of in my feelings. I'm emotional because I didn't get a thank you. Like a thank you, it don't hurt to be considerate, right? So now I'm not praying for him. I would pray for him continuously, pray for his mental health, pray that he overcome all the obstacles that presents itself to him. His brother, what happened to his brother, I was praying that it didn't affect him mentally and he was able to handle it in a more effective and efficient way and was able to overcome that situation even with his mom. I'm praying for these things for him. I'm continuously in supplication, petitioning for him. Now, I stopped in 2020 because I'm upset. I don't get a thank you or anything, right? I don't know if it's because I'm a black woman and he don't date black women or whatever it is, right? But I was appalled that I didn't even get a thank you. So I had stopped praying. Then he ended up breaking his ankle. I was devastated. I was so devastated. I thought it was my fault because I stopped praying for him. Like I would pray that no hurt, harm, or danger came in his vicinity, and now he has broken his ankle. It is my fault. I am hurt. I was hurt. 2021, I sent him another letter. Sent him a official Cowboys jacket, and in the letter, I believe around this time his grandmother had passed, and I gave my condolences regarding his grandmother. And I sent a official Cowboys jacket that I bought to give to a fan of his, someone he knew that was a real, true Cowboys fan. Whether he was the quarterback or not, whether Troy Aikman was the quarterback, whether Tony Romo was the quarterback, I wanted him to give this specific jacket to a Dallas Cowboy fan that he knew that was always a Dallas Cowboy fan. Now, I don't know if he actually did it, but I did send him the jacket. Still nothing. No thank you, no nothing. However, every time he received the gift, I knew he received the gift because he would say something in a condescending way that I wrote in the letter. And that's what allowed me to know that he did receive the gift. I left it alone. I ain't saying nothing else. If you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. You still my quarterback. I still love you. However, you're not just going to keep mistreating me. And I'm sending you these sentimental gifts to uplift your spirits or to just show you that there is someone out there who's actually really praying for your well-being, consistently praying for your well-being, supplicating and sacrificing for your well-being, sir. That's what I was doing, fasting for him, constantly praying for him. I was doing these things for him. So now 2021 rolls around, I'm done. It's like, no. Like, just to say thank you, would it hurt you just to say thank you? So I'm done. 2022 rolls in. I can guarantee you this was because of what I sacrificed for. When he played the Buccaneers in 2022, I fasted for 3 days for him. Do you see how he dominated that team? Do you see how he shitted on Tom Brady? How he made Tom Brady retire because of that? I don't think he would have retired if he wouldn't have got demolished the way he got demolished when he played Ryan Dakota Prescott in the playoff 2022. I remember Michael Parsons even saying that something supernatural happened that day because he played beyond his ability, that it was something that had to be supernatural that occurred. It had to be a supernatural occurrence, the way the dynamics of that game took shape. I fasted for 3 days for that game. Then I got in my feelings, and I didn't do it for the 49ers game. I didn't pray. I didn't do anything for the 49ers game. And you see how that game turned out. Again, everything that I'm saying may be far-fetched, but my faith is strong, and it's telling me that he carries the mantra of faith because of my faith. This is not something I am doing in my flesh. This is the Spirit talking. And because of his arrogance and his ego being inflated now, he's allowing Lucifer to cause his shame, which he has been allowing to happen from the time of me first conveying this to him up until now, which has been 8 years. I've been saying the same thing to Ryan Dakota Prescott, but he decided to neglect it, which I understand because he don't know me. But my thing is this: how many women that he know was saying the things that I was saying to him? So when the 49ers demolished him, devastated him, caused him to be shame-faced, me loving him the way that I love him and support him the way that I support him and have been supporting him, decided to send him another gift. Now, mind you, in my research of me studying him and getting to know who he is, I also got to know who Miss Peggy was. She loved Betty Boop. Her favorite song is Baby by Blake Shelton. Me having the empathetic heart and the pureness that I have, I decided to send him another gift to brighten up his day, to lift his spirits after that devastating game. I took time out of my life to order one of those recording devices. I put the song on the recording device, Baby by Blake Shelton, into a stuffed animal, which was a Betty Boop that I ordered off of Amazon. And I took it to a tailor, and I had the little recording device inserted into the doll. And I sent him that gift with another letter, indicating how the Spirit is steady trying to convey a message to him. But he's constantly allowing Lucifer to mock him, to cause his shame, because he have a divine assignment in this earth. But he's neglecting the assignment because he do not have ears to hear. And this is not from my mouth. This is from my spirit. But check this out, because this is why I'm actually crushed that this situation happened today. It's very ironic that this situation that I'm about to convey to you all, to my royalties, as to why I am crushed by my crush, my celebrity crush, is because I put our wedding together years ago. When I realized I fell in love with him, I put our wedding together. Just recently, I would say 3 months ago, I decided to set a date for our wedding. And I set the date for October the 20th, 2024. Now, I set that date because, and given the fact that I understand these hurdles that he cannot jump over, the obstacles that's continuing to present itself in his career, the circumstances in which he cannot excel in the postseason or in the playoffs, is the reason why I feel my faith is the reason why he carries that name, why that mantra is his, why Miss Peggy gave him that, because he don't know. When the commentator asked him, why do he think Miss Peggy gave him that mantra? He say, I don't know. Of course he don't know. I know because I've been given the revelation. I know because it's through my faith that he will receive 3 Super Bowls. But it's through his pride and his inflated ego that's causing him not to receive these Super Bowls. Now, he has decided 2 days before our wedding to ask the young lady that poof, sporadically got pregnant by him, which I'm not mad at. Sis, get that bag, sis. He has decided to ask her to marry him 2 days before I set the date for our wedding, which was October 20th. Tell me how ironic that is, because it's definitely not a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences. There's no such thing as a coincidence. Everything is strategically planned in this world. It's either strategically planned from the Messiah or it's strategically planned from the fake Messiah. Strategically planned by Lucifer. I believe it, and I'm going to claim it, and I'm going to state it. Ain't no way in hell I planned for our wedding October 20th. I set the date for October the 20th. And he asked his lady friend to marry him October the 18th, 2 days before our wedding is to take place. I am crushed. I am crushed because, first of all, he never even said thank you for the sentimental gifts that I sent to him, with the words of encouragement that the Spirit spoke to him. He didn't say thank you. He didn't send me any football tickets. Nothing. Nothing. But then Sean McCoy, he's on Speak. I remember him saying when he was in his rant, his rave about Mr. Ryan Dakota Prescott, that he would not win the Super Bowl unless Jesus Christ came down from the third heaven to save this nigga. And I've been telling this nigga that for 8 years, that his purpose is the assignment that God set for him, and he deny it. That's what he's doing. He's denying it. And now he's engaged and asked his lady friend to marry him 2 days before our wedding day. And I set that day only because believing that we were going to be married. But there's no such thing as a coincidence. I want to know, who are my royalties crushing on? Is it a celebrity crush? Or is it your neighbor, co-worker? I would love to hear your story. I thank you for tuning in to Unfinished Business, where we discuss all things life, love, and liberty.